Newsbreak's Halloween special, Tuesday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. This past Thursday through Saturday, the Kutztown University Music Department, along with the Percussion Art Society, supplied KU students and community members with clinics and performances from area colleges, universities, and some of the nation's most respected percussionists. Chairperson for the Kutztown University Music Department, Dr. Will Rapp, tells us a bit about the Percussion Art Society and how they came to KU.
The Percussive Art Society was organized as a national chapter in the early 1960s by percussionist Gordon Peters, who was trying to find a way to bring performers, educators, and students of percussion together.
Kutztown University's very own percussion ensemble kicked off the final day of festivities on Saturday morning in the Georgian Room. Keith Wilson of the Kutztown University Percussion Ensemble tells Newsbreak how his love for the art happened instantaneously.
I've been playing for about 10 years now in percussion, and I guess when I first got into it, it was like a bang, it was like a hit and everything. I saw some people playing, I saw my first teacher playing, and it just hit me like that. I wanted to be a percussionist.
After the KU Ensemble's performance, the drum circle in front of Schaefer Auditorium was the place to be. Percussion student Jack Steiner from Muhlenberg Junior High School laid down some of his own funky rhythms.
The thing that got me started in drums was listening to some of my mom's CDs, you know, Zeppelin and Rush and stuff, and I figured why not get a drum set? So I bought my drum set and I just stuck with it ever since.
The one person that attending students could not stop talking about was a man by the name of Michael Barrett.
It's the highlight of the festival so far. We would have been playing with Michael Barrett on Thursday night, and we're really looking forward to his concert tonight with Tempest Fugit.
Even though he has many accomplishments, he still showed signs of a humble man when Newsbreak told him of the praise he had received earlier in the day.
I mean, it's an honor to have the students say that, and I do these kinds of things because I like to work with students.
Tempest Fugit and Michael Barrett performed the last concert of the 3-day Percussion Festival. So until next year, I'm Jim Ring reporting for Newsbreak. Kutztown University's Homecoming 2000 was kicked off this weekend by the marching unit, entertaining guests as they filled the stands. The 33rd Airborne Squadron gave spectators quite a show as they jumped from a height of 10,000 feet, bringing in the Golden Bears game ball. Now the moment everyone's been waiting for, game time. The Golden Bears break out with a grisly offensive attack against Cheney, scoring 20-some points in the first half. There was a feeling of excitement in the air as students and alumni cheered on the Golden Bears. We come to halftime, and it's time to answer that question of who is going to be our next homecoming king and queen. First announced were the runners-up for king and queen. This year it was Jared Dingle and Andrea Simpson. And now this year's homecoming king and queen. Ralph Sierra, junior at Kutztown University, takes this year's 2000 homecoming title.
But considering that I've been in a lot of organizations and I've been working a lot with the freshmen, I knew I was going to be sociable at least, so I don't know. I had a good competition.
And Tanya Rozanka is this year's homecoming queen.
I did have a lot of support from my girls and on my wing and like a lot of my organizations that I'm involved in. I knew that I had a good chance going in, but I didn't expect to win, no. Hopefully get a job right away out of college. I want to teach special ed on a high school level, so hopefully I'll get a job right away.
Congratulations to Ralph and Tanya. This concludes our homecoming highlights. I'm Jim Ring reporting for Newsbreak. Earlier this morning, yet another threat of violence strikes fear into the hearts of local Reading High School students. As students watched, law enforcement and firefighters blocked the 13th Street in front of Reading High School after a bomb threat was received around 10:30 this morning.
The security people got over the radio frequency, they got a call. Not from one of their own radios, somebody broke into their frequency, and they said there was a bomb planted in the school, and as they talked to the person, they said it was on the 3rd floor and set to go off at noon.
What might have been a serious situation didn't seem to worry some of the Reading students, like sophomore Jose Diaz.
Personally, I don't think so. I mean, something could happen, but I think our students are pretty well behaved. I mean, I don't think someone actually do something like this.
In order not to cause panic, the bomb threat was announced as a fire drill to students.
They said we're supposed to wait 3 minutes for them to check it out, make sure it's all right and everything. And then they said, this is a real drill, it's fire, get out of the building. You're supposed to take this as a fire drill.
Around 2 in the afternoon, and after about 3.5 hours of suspense, the search was called off, and the students were allowed back in the school to gather their belongings. Now remember, as of right now, it's not sure whether or not students will be attending class tomorrow, so be sure to tune into your local news for further details. I'm Jim Ring reporting for Newsbreak.